Aloha everyone, and welcome back to Aloha Jen's beauty blog. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Jen and I am a licensed esthetician in the state of California. Well, welcome to this Merry Christmas Get Ready With Me. I have some new skincare, I have some new makeup that I wanted to share with you guys and create this beautiful look that I am wearing right now. So stay tuned if you want to find out how I got this look. This is the same makeup look that I wore in my last video. Now, I am trying a new foundation in this video. I'm not so sure if I really like this foundation, and I've made the conclusion that I'm going to return it. So watch the video, let me know what you guys think. I think it just looks like it's too makeup-y on my skin. And something that I'm this undecided that it's actually taking me over a week to decide if I want to keep it, is something that I should probably just return, right? Makeup shouldn't be fussy, and I should really like it immediately on my skin instead of it taking a whole week. So it's possibly going to go back. So this is a long video, just so you know. I hope you enjoy it. If you're not doing anything today or while you're on Christmas break, I hope that you find that this video is very helpful and entertaining. If you find one thing in this video that is helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a heart emoji or a Christmas tree emoji down below in the comments to let me know that you like the video, or just to let me know that you're here. That engagement really lets me know that you like my content and I should keep producing videos like this, okay? So I hope you enjoy the content. I'm sending you all so much love and light, and make sure you stay till the end so you can hear my final thoughts on everything. And I would love your feedback on how you like this makeup look, and specifically the foundation that I'm wearing, all right? So I will see you soon. Aloha everyone, and welcome to this Get Ready With Me. So the first part of this Get Ready With Me is I'm going to do my morning skincare routine. I have a new product that I'm going to share with you guys, but we'll get into that new product once I start applying it. But here is my skin. I just got out of the shower. I don't have anything on my skin yet, and it looks really, really good. I would say, let's see, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, today's Wednesday. Oh, Merry Christmas, by the way. So 4 days ago, my skin did not look this good. I was looking a little bit more saggier, and my skin just wasn't like, it just looked a little saggy, and especially right here. And I was noticing that down in here, my lips were starting to downturn. And then I introduced this product, and boy, did I notice a big difference in my skin. And I didn't think I would notice results in my skin right away, but I am truly blown away by this product, and I don't know why I slept on it. So before we get into that product, so this product that I'm talking about is actually a growth factor. So I'm going to go in with my Viktoria De Ann Peptides first. So the first Peptide I'm going to go into is Lift. Now, Viktoria De Ann peptides are very, very special. They are formulated with a special delivery system, and they are at a small molecular size to where they penetrate the skin instead of staying on top of it. So these are meant to be working in the dermis. They are bioactive, bioavailable. So they use amino acids that your skin will recognize and signal your body's peptides to work on that signal that you're trying to send. Like, I want my skin to be lifted, so it's going to work on bringing the weave of my skin closer together, which over time as we age, that weave falls apart like a sweater. And the weave in our skin is collagen, elastin, and hyaluronic acid. And what Lift does is it brings that weave closer together, and it helps with the facial contours and lifting the skin, but it also is the #1 peptide to use in with your other peptides so that they all work together. Now, Lift is always my first peptide that I put on, and Lift and Tone could be your maintenance peptides. If your skin is looking pretty good and you want to come back on your other peptides, you can definitely do that and just continue on with Lift and Tone. That's what I would do. Or you could keep continuing to use your other peptides just to, prevent and rejuvenate your skin. So that is lift. Now my next one is tone, and tone is a neuromodulator. This helps smooth out your fine lines and wrinkles. It helps keep your wrinkles at bay, because what it does is it slows down that muscle contraction where you make those dynamic movements, such as your crow's feet, your 11s, around your mouth, your lips. This does amazing. If you have a lot of wrinkles, you want to put this all over. And you can just spot treat with it if you wanted to, instead of putting it all over. But I put it all over for maintenance reasons, and this is the reason why I haven't gotten any new wrinkles in the past year. Normally every birthday, I notice a new wrinkle on my face, and I haven't noticed any new wrinkles in the last year. I've just noticed a little bit more laxity in my skin. So now, with Viktoria De Ann Peptides, they are special in your application, even though they are formulated at a smaller molecular size. Doesn't mean that you could cocktail them and put them over other products. These should always go on first before your growth factor. They are a water-based serum. Now, where they don't go on first is if you're going to do a peel or anything that has a pH of 3 or below. That goes on first, and you must wait 10 to 15 minutes before you go in with your peptides, okay? And that's usually like your mandelic acids, like glycolic, lactic acids, salicylic acid, also absorbic acid, or vitamin C. If you're using other forms of vitamin C, those would go on after your Viktoria De Ann Peptides, after your growth factor. So now for maintenance, I was using PeptiPad Lift and Tone. So I opened up my new PeptiPad, and my skin doesn't like it. Now, if you've been following me since, say, like around the summertime, you know, I've mentioned that Viktoria De Ann was reformulating their Peptides, and they were adding more ingredients in it to make them better, more enhanced. Well, PeptiPad has a slight fragrance in it now, and every time when I put this on my skin, it irritates it and I get a little bumps. So what I'm doing with PeptiPad is I'm putting it on my hands only now, and I'm not using it on my face. So that is such a bummer, but sometimes that's what happens. So I went back to my trusty two for my daily care, which is Elastin and Procol. Now I use my Viktoria De Ann Peptides twice a day. There are some days where I skip because I'm gonna do a special treatment on my skin, like maybe a peel. Sometimes I'll skip it if I don't want to wait the 10 or 15 minutes. Or if I just wanna do an overnight mask, I will skip them. Like when I do this calcium reparative mask, or what is it called again? Recovery Night Complex, which that's one of the new products that I'm gonna talk to you about. Or like if I do one of those Neova peel pads, and then I just want to go in with the pure copper mask from Neova, then I will skip sometimes my Viktoria De Ann Peptides. So, all right. So if you want to see your best results with Viktoria De Ann Peptides, you must apply them the way that I suggested. And you have to give them at least 90 days. You'll see results right away if you're someone who looks at your skin quite frequently in the mirror up close. You'll see the difference in your skin right away. Now, usually when people don't see results with the Viktoria De Ann Peptides, it's because they're not using them right. And if you're using the Viktoria De Ann Peptides and you're not seeing results, I would suggest that you reach out to a professional who carries Viktoria De Ann and find out if what you're using with them, this is Pepti Procol, by the way, is maybe counteracting your results. Or are you cocktailing them? Are you not waiting that long in between? Are you not using them right in your routine? There could be many factors to why they're not working with you. But so far, out of everyone that has picked them up on my recommendation, there's 2 people that I know that said that they didn't work for them. And I know one of them uses so many things in her skincare routine, and she's constantly, like every day or every week, switching up her skincare routine. And she doesn't have the patience to wait the 1 to 2 minutes. And I did a consultation with her because she kept saying that they didn't work for her, and I was just like trying to figure it out why. And it's because she ended up cocktailing them or wasn't waiting long enough in between. Now you have to wait 1 to 2 minutes in between each application of your Peptis. Also, you don't want to apply so many Peptis at a time. My max is 4, and then sometimes like I'll do 5, just depending on what I'm doing to my skin, like if it's a treatment. But Viktoria De Ann recommends when you're doing a treatment on yourself to only use 4, okay? Don't use any more than that, so it can become overkill. But what this person was doing is they weren't applying them correctly to their skin. They weren't applying them to clean skin. They were applying them on other serums that were blocking the Peptis from penetrating the skin. Okay, so now that we're waiting for those to penetrate my skin, the new product that I have been trying is this multi-action cream from Calisum. Now, Calisum reached out to me and asked if they can send me some of their products for me to try. And I have no obligation to talk about them or post about them. They just wanted me to try them. And if I like them, then I could post about them and talk about them. I don't even have a discount code for them yet because I haven't even signed up for that yet. But so, because I just started using them and I wanted to make sure it was okay with my dermatologist first, because these do contain stem cells and growth factors. And my dermatologist doesn't really like stem cells and growth factors for right now. He says he needs more research and evidence that they're not gonna cause, those bad skin cells to grow. But he said it was okay for me, like I don't have any suspicious skin cancers, even though I've had actinic keratosis. My actinic keratosis is at bay. So Calisum Multi-Action Cream, oh my gosh. I have fallen in deep love with this the first time I used it. I've seen instant results. So with this, it says that it's supposed to increase your elasticity, I think by 58%. And also your natural hyaluronic acid in your skin. So this helps rebuild your skin density. It helps with lifting and firming the skin and defining those facial contours. And it also helps improve your fine lines and wrinkles. And I saw that instantly when I started using this. Now, even though it's only been 4 days, I did take a before video, but I'll compare that in 2 weeks, because they say that you'll see good results in 2 weeks, but in order to see the true effects of this, you have to use it about 3 to 4 months. So we will do that. So what makes Calisum special is they have a patented ingredient that's called PTT6. And what that is they source their stem cells, growth factors, from the umbilical cord of a red deer. Now, this is all ethical. Now, these placentas are discarded by the deer and someone picks them up, okay? And then one of those placentas could make so many products, by the way. But this is a patented technology that only they can use. Now, the reason why they chose the red deer is because the red deer is the only mammal that's known that has no animal to human transmission of diseases. Now, this stuff, I just really haven't had luck with growth factors in the past of using every day. When I use them every day, I don't see any changes in my skin. I don't notice anything different. When I use them for when I do services on myself or treatments on myself, microneedling, microchanneling after peels, that's when I notice the difference in my skin. They're fast at repairing my skin, but for everyday use, I was thinking that they are waste and a cash grab. Comes this product. So with this product, those that I've noticed who said it didn't work for them is they weren't using it properly. Now, this is a cream, but it's actually a serum that comes in a cream. And so for my routine, I always put my Viktoria De Ann Peptis on first. And that's when I would recommend going in with a growth factor, is after your Peptis. So we're gonna go in with the Calisum. Now, this jar is, I think, how many ounces? It's 1.76 ounces. It is $200, but a very small amount of this goes a very long way. Now, you're not going to use this on your skin as a cream. Those who said this didn't work for them, they weren't applying it in the proper way to their skin. They were using it as a cream instead of a serum. So now with this, they say you have to apply a small amount, which is the size of a pea. And if you apply this properly in the way that I'm going to show you, and you apply it twice a day, this whole jar should last you 3+ months. So this is about the size of a pea. Now, this is not a moisturizer. It's not a lotion. So what I do is I put this, I even put it around my eyes, and you take it all the way down to your neck. I just make sure I get a good application of this over my skin and all the areas. I need just a tiny bit more. That wasn't quite the size of a pea. And I need to put this around my jawline. So when you apply this to the skin, you feel it. You sort of feel like this instant tightening effect to it. You have to excuse me, I've been sick the last couple of days. So this will firm and lift and define your jawline and your facial contours. It will also help improve the texture of your skin and your hydration levels and your skin density. So it absorbs really well into the skin. If it's not absorbing properly into your skin, if it feels greasy, you will feel like that your skin has this like really nice soft coating on it. It's tad bit sticky, but not too bad. But if it still feels like you have slip to it, then it means that you use too much. You only need a pea-size amount, and you apply it all over your face and your neck. Now, they don't say to apply it around your eyes, but I do, because I'm gonna see if it will lift my eyes too. Because my eyes are just majorly hooded, and I'm gonna see how this cream does. If I like it, I may purchase their eye cream, and I'm gonna test it out. I do notice that my eyes look a little bit more lifted than what they did 4 days ago, but I'm thinking maybe for my 50th birthday, I'll get an upper blepharoplasty, because I just noticed that my eyelids are starting to really rest on top of my eyelid. It runs in my family. My whole entire family has it. On my mom's side, my dad's side, my mom had to have an upper blepharoplasty. So eventually I'm gonna probably need that too. So, and that's it. You don't have to worry about putting this on your chest. It's just neck and all over the face. Now I do feel my skin has this instant tightening effect, which I really, really like. But so what I've noticed with wearing this on my skin the last few days is that my skin looks more lifted, it looks tighter and firmer, and then it's like really hydrated where I don't have to reach for a mist throughout the day. And the texture, it looks really, really good too. So, all right, so now I'm gonna go in with my eye cream. So I'm gonna go in with the Neova Super Eye Lift Serum. I'm almost out of this. So Calisum also sent me the 2 other products that I'll show you. Now, the other product that I've tried is this one, which is their Recovery Night Complex. So the Recovery Night Complex is like a gel mask that has that PTT6 in it as well. And it's great to use anytime when your skin is feeling sensitive, compromised, great after those ablative treatments. If you're doing microneedling, you can go in with the pink serum, which they sent this to me yet. I haven't used this yet. I'm setting it off to the side because I want to use that for maybe a micro needling or micro channeling treatment. You can use this after lasers, but this really restores your skin. So I used this once and I put it on yesterday in the morning, and I left it, pretty much on my skin for a good 3 to 4 hours. My skin looked so good, and it felt really, really good. So you can use this as an overnight mask. You can use it as a mask, throw it on your skin, leave it on for 20, 30 minutes or longer before an event, and it really makes your skin glow and look so good. So I'm gonna put a little bit more of the Neova Super Eye Lift Serum on. So even though I don't need to wear makeup, I'm going to apply makeup today. I have some new makeup that I want to share with you guys and create a look. So we're going to do that. So there's my eye cream. So now I'm going to go in with my Neova Total DNA Repair. So my thoughts for my skincare. Now I'm going to use this matte cream until the jar is done, and then I'll reassess my skin and see if I want to continue on with it. But I could see what all the hype is about this matte cream. I don't know why I never tried it in the past. I mean, I was thinking about picking it up for Leah's Black Friday sale, but then I was like, oh, I don't want to spend $200 on this cream. But now that it's here, I could say, oh boy, I was totally missing out. Totally missing out. Now, I am hoping to see that I will see a difference here. Definitely my jawline and my jowls. They say that this is great if you have jowls. And I noticed that my jowls do look better. And these look better. These were starting to look really, really saggy, but they have perked up the last couple of days. So we will see what that does for my skin. So probably maybe like spring or summer, I'm going to switch up to probably eliminating the Neova creams. Maybe just this one or maybe both. I'm not sure yet because I want to start incorporating a vitamin C then. And the reason being is, you know, it's going to be really sunny out and warm then, and vitamin C is great to use during the day under your skin, your SPF, because it makes it stronger. So we'll see. We'll worry about that when we come to there. Let's just focus on what we're using now. So in place of a vitamin C and antioxidant protection, I'm using the Neova Power Defense. So it's copper peptides and antioxidants. And I really, really like it a lot. No irritation with it. It gives me like an instant tightening effect of my skin. Helps with hydration and protection. So, and then my finishing cream is going to be the Neova Creme de la Copper. So here we go. I'm just going to take like that pea-size amount, and I'm going to apply this everywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this soak into my skin while I apply my body care, and then we're going to come back for a makeup application. And I am going to wear a foundation primer today because I picked up some new makeup and I wanted to do a look with it and test out this foundation. I was testing out this foundation all week last week, and I'm not so sure if I like it and if I want to keep it. So, all right. So there is, excuse me, there is my morning skincare. Now, our UV index is still at 0. I'm not going to wear sunscreen today because I'm going to be indoor since we're sick. We're not going to go anywhere today. We're just spending Christmas at home. All right, so body care is on. So today, so I just used the Neova Body Repair on my arms. And then today, instead of amylactin, I used the whatchamacallit, the Naturium Multi-Glow Body Butter. So now we're going to do my makeup. So I have recently become obsessed with Huda Beauty. So I picked up her Easy Blur foundation, her Easy Blur primer, 2 concealers in different colors, and then I have color correctors. I have Pink Pomelo and Cherry Blossom. We're going to use Cherry Blossom today and test out these concealers. So far, I love the color corrector and the concealers. I will have to tell you the concealers a little bit goes a long way. I still love my Kulfi concealer too, by the way. This is an excellent concealer. So Cherry Blossom gives you more of that brightening effect, and I really like this around my eyes, even on my lids, for when I'm doing more of a like pinky mauvey berry plum purples look. And then the Pink Pomelo is really good too. So peach will cancel out like any purples or darkness that you have. This will too, but it has more of a pink tone to it. So we're gonna go in with the Easy Blur Primer. Now, I've been testing this out for over a week, and Huda recommends that you use 1 finger length of this per cheek, and it is way too much. I did not like this foundation on my skin when I use that. So I'm gonna start out with a pea size amount, just like this. Now this is like, it feels like it has silicone in it, but it doesn't. And I am going to put this on the areas of my face, mainly focusing where I have large pores and that texture. So definitely in between my brows, my forehead, and then right here on the sides of my nose and my nose, and then on my chin and the wrinkles that I have right here. So I start out and put this primer here, and I think a pea size amount is perfect. The 1 finger length is too much for my skin. And the foundation, in my opinion, didn't look that great. Now, I've tried this foundation without a primer, and I am a oily mess by the end of the day. So I picked up the primer. Now, I love this foundation with the Caliray So Blown Primer, but I'm gonna try it again today with the Easy Blur Primer just to see what my thoughts are, because I'm thinking about returning this. This is great. It has a silicone feel. It is water-based. It's cooling on the skin, but I don't really notice that it does any blurring of the skin. And it does kind of have like a little tacky feel to it. So while that is setting on my skin, I am gonna go in with the Cherry Blossom Color Corrector, and I'm gonna put that on my eyelids. So I just organized all my eye brushes, and I'm kind of a little bit mixed up by them. So I'm gonna take the Cherry Blossom, and I'm gonna start off by putting it right here. This stuff is amazing. So this is not a concealer, this is a color corrector. You'd want to use this before your concealer to correct any sort of discoloration you have on your eyelids, on your under your eyes. See, as you can see, it just gives that really nice pinkness to it. Now, you can mix this in with your concealer to make it brighter too, if you wanted to. So I take it all the way in because I do get that darkness right in here. Now I am doing a full-on blown makeup look today. Now what I've been noticing with my eyes lately, well actually it's been going on for a while, is that this eye's texture is different than this eye's texture. When I apply powder to my eyes to set the concealer, what happens is eyeshadow does not adhere to this eye, but it adheres to this eye. So I don't know what's going on there. So I picked up the Easy Blur powder, and I picked up the Pretty Grunge palette. Now I do have the Icy Nude, which I love too, but I picked up this Huda Beauty Pretty Grunge palette for her Cyber Craze sale, and I have to say it has become a favorite. Excuse me, sorry. It has become my favorite. I actually prefer this over the Icy Nude palette. Now for me, the stars of the show in this palette are this shade right here, which is called Iced Out, and the shade Aurora. But here they are together. Now the Icy Nude is Huda's last palette. Now, what happened with this was last year I really wanted this Pretty Grunge palette, but I passed on it. They came out with the Icy Nude, and I'm like, okay, let me do it. So I did it. I fell in love with the palette. So I decided to pick up the Pretty Grunge when it was on sale. It's no longer on sale right now. It is the full price. So that's a bummer. So we're gonna recreate the look that I did in my last video. And the colors that I used from this are Love Anarchy, Brave, Heroine, and then I used the Rebel, Shimmer, and Maverick. So this is a slurry formula, and it's really like when you push your finger in it, it feels like a gel, and you have to be careful with this because you can apply too much, it'll flake all over the place, and then it will also get flake onto you, and you can apply too much and it's hard to get off. Okay, so I am actually not going to set this, I'm gonna wet my beauty blender. I'm not going to set this eyeshadow because I'm gonna try this out without setting it. So the powder that I picked up is the Easy Blur powder in Cherry Blossom. I love it. I also picked up 2 of these minis, one in Peach Pie and one in Pound Cake as well. These are great to keep in your purse, by the way. I'll show you the packaging. It's super, super cute. All right, so we'll get into the foundation when we come to that step. Let's do our eyes first, and then we will do foundation. So I need some brushes here. So I'm gonna go in first with the Nikki LaRose N17, and I got my Nikki LaRose little mirror here so you don't have to see me wearing or using a compact anymore. And I'm gonna go in with the shade called Love Anarchy, and I'm going to pack that on the lid and work it up into the crease. Now, I watched this makeup look recently from Angela Bright, who I love, and I was thinking about picking up her brush set from Sigma because they look really, really nice. I may still do that. They're on sale right now. So I'm going to pack the shade on my lid, and I'm just gonna start at the inner corner. Now, I did not powder my lids, and I think that they will be okay with this formula. So I need to work that up a little bit more. So what's nice about this Nikki LaRose N17 brush is that it's dense enough to where you can just use this side as a brush, like a flat brush, to pack on that eyeshadow. And then you can take it and then start working it up into your crease. So I'm just gonna come up into my crease with that shade, just like so. Such a pretty shade. I love this palette so much. If you're a fan of purples and mauves, you'll like this. Okay, now we're gonna do that same thing on the other side. So we're just packing Love Anarchy from this palette onto the lid, and then I'm gonna start working that shade into my crease. See, eyeshadow never sticks to this lid the same as it does the other one. So I'm gonna have to pack some more of that on there separately. So weird. I don't know what's up with that. I hope this look comes out. Okay. So I'm trying to get away from the bright lights here on my LED mirror. Sometimes they blind me. Okay. I think it looks even. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna go in with a blending brush. Let's see. I'm gonna use this Rougher 27, and I'm gonna grab the shade Heroin, and I'm gonna grab some of this. This is like a sort of vanilla cream, and I'm going to take that and just blend the edges of that Love Anarchy up into my brow bone with that shade. just to kind of soften those edges so it doesn't look so harsh, and get a little color on my brow bone. Perfect, looks beautiful. Now we're gonna go in with the shade Brave, and I'm going to work this color on my outer corner and a little bit in my inner corner, like I'm gonna be creating a halo eye. So I'm gonna start right here on my outer corner, and I'll take this a bit up into my crease too over here. This is such a pretty shade. I love this palette. I really wish I would have picked this up last year. I'm gonna take what's left over on my brush and I'm gonna pop it here on that inner corner of my eye. Okay, and then just gonna pick up a little bit more just to deepen. Okay, then I'm gonna go back with my Nikki LaRose N17, and I'm just gonna blend Brave out first, and then a little bit in my crease. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Having a mirror like this one is so much better than using a compact, so that I can keep it down low enough to where you guys could still see what I'm doing. Okay, take a little bit of that, make sure it's even, and put it in my crease. Then I'm going to go into that inner corner of my eye, place Brave right there. Fix it a little bit over here. Now I know this isn't really a Christmas makeup look, but makeup has no rules, so you can just do whatever you want. And I really loved how this look came out the other day, so I wanted to recreate it for you guys. I'm gonna put a little bit more of that right there and blend it out. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with my Rephr 27 with that shade Heroin, which is that light, like sort of vanilla cream, or maybe it's kind of more of like a light vanilla peach color. Blend out the edges. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with this very tiny liner brush. I love this liner brush. It's the Rephr 29. And I'm gonna go in with the shade Hope, which is this dark, rich, neutral brown. And I'm gonna apply a very thin layer of this at the outer corner of my upper lash line, right where my lashes are. And I'm gonna take it and wrap it around right on the lower lash line. So this is probably gonna be a super long video again, by the way, because I just did not know how to make a quick makeup video. Maybe as I start doing more makeup here on my channel, I can get into doing a quick makeup look. But since we're trying so many new products today, that I just have to really film all this so you guys can see the products in action and how I apply them. Okay, so perfect. So now what I'm gonna do is I am going to take a liner brush. Let's see, do I wanna use this one? I don't wanna use that one. I'm thinking this one's going to be good. Oh, this is my Shoto. This is my Rephr Shoto brush. This is the Shoto #1. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that. I'm going to go into Brave. And I'm going to take some of this Brave on this Rephr Shoto brush. And I'm going to start blending this into my lower lash line and kind of blend out that Hope brown as well. Kind of create like a little smoky liner. I don't know why I make that face when I apply my liner. It's not like it makes a difference. And I'm not worrying about being messy with this because I'm going to clean it all up with concealer. I did go a little bit lower than I wanted to on this side, but that's okay. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to go in with, I'm going to switch. I'm just going to wipe off this Rephr Shoto 1 brush. And I'm going to go in to Love Anarchy, which is right here. And we're going to use that to blend it all out and to sort of lighten it just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to go into this shade Rebel, which is like a silver metallic. It's got like a lot of pink and lavender in it, it looks like. And I'm just going to press my finger into this. It's really squishy. And get some of that color. And I'm going to put this on the center here. With these shades, you do have to use your finger, by the way. If you want more intense shimmer, then you can do a swipe, but I find like pressing your finger into it works best, and you'll less chances for it to get all over the place. Okay. Go in a little bit more. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this silver shade called Maverick, and I'm going to take that on a Rephr 21. We'll see if this works. I might have to use my finger. It's just not really picking it up like how I wanted it to, but we'll see. So I'm going to take that and I'm just going to gently put that on the inner corner here. Oh, that worked good. Okay. And then I'm going to go back in with this brush, kind of put a little bit of that over it, and then kind of blend in that shimmer over here so the line isn't so obvious. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with my blending brush, the Nikki LaRose N17, and I'm going to take that and put it here in my crease to blend everything out. And then I'm going to take this Rephr 27, and I'm just going to just blend out my eyes a little bit over here. So that primer kind of makes my cheeks red, by the way. So that's another reason why I was thinking about returning it. It just, I don't know. I think I really like my skin without it. I love the Kelly Ray so much better than this one. So I did get some fallout with that shimmer, but I'm not going to worry about it because the concealer will take it off. All right. Perfect. All right, so now let's go in with this foundation. So we're going to use the Easy Blur foundation, and I have the shade 240N, which is a toasted coconut. Now, I think there's like 42 shades of this. Now, Huda says that you can be more than one shade, by the way, because these stretch, I guess, pretty far. So this, at first, I thought it was going to be too dark for me, but it ended up being okay. It blends into my skin really well. So this, I like the packaging of this, by the way, but I kind of wish it was a pump because sometimes I get too much. So I'm going to start off with this much. And what I like to do is warm it up with my fingers. I've tried this with a brush and I just get too much foundation on my skin and it looks cakey. So what I like to do is the opposite of what Huda says, because she would rather you apply it with your fingers or a brush. And then you skip the beauty blender because this is, I guess, oil based. And she says like the water and the oil don't mix together. But I beg to differ because my application seems to work with the beauty blender. Now this is a medium coverage foundation. It is a true medium coverage. And for me, it's more like a full coverage. That's how the medium is. And you can build it up, but I've noticed with building it up, it really looks like I have makeup on, and it also looks cakey on my skin. But when I apply it with like just how I showed you with the beauty blender, with my hands, and then I pounce it with my beauty blender, it looks so much better on my skin and it shears it out. Now, does this really blur? It does if you put the Easy Bake powder on it. If you don't put the Easy Bake powder on it, I really don't think that this really blurs the skin. Now, if you are someone that has a lot of texture in your skin, fine lines and wrinkles, you have to use a primer with this foundation. Otherwise, it will just seep right into your pores, your wrinkles. So this is how I like to apply it because it shears out the foundation and I get a better application of it. Versus applying it with a brush, it just looks too much on my skin. I look like I'm wearing makeup. I look like I'm wearing too much makeup, in my opinion, because I don't like full coverage. I like a medium coverage, but nothing like not a true medium coverage. I like more of a light to medium coverage, like the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk or the House Labs foundation. Okay, so now we're going to conceal. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Cherry Blossom color corrector. Oh, and I got some new BK Beauty brushes, by the way, but I'm not going to use that for the color corrector. I'm going to use my Nikki LaRose N16 concealer brush. And I'm going to take some of this color corrector and I'm going to put it right here on the inner corners of my eyes, and I'm going to work it down to around my eyes. I'll start my initial cleanup of my eyeshadow with this. I just love this color corrector. It is so pretty. I love this pink. I'm a sucker for pink. So I like to make sure that I get that in those areas of my eyes where they look a little dark and hollow, and blend it into the skin. And there we go. We look a little pink, right? This is great on the lips too. I'm going to show you that trick. Okay, so now I'm going to spot conceal on my face. And this is the Huda Beauty. This is the Sugar Biscuit. Sugar Biscuit, I can't read the number. It's too small and I don't have my glasses in here. Now I'm going to use this a little bit on my nose to conceal that redness. And I'm just going to use the same concealer brush. I'm just wiping it off on my towel. And I'm just going to go in here and get this all over around my nose where that redness is peeking through. Okay, perfect. I need a little bit more. So this is a full coverage concealer. It is pretty thin. A little bit of this goes a long way, so you do have to be careful with it. But it is a beautiful concealer. I really love this concealer too. Looks great with this foundation. I haven't tried it with my other foundation yet, but I will probably eventually. These I'm gonna keep because I really like them a lot. Now I'm just gonna go in with my Beauty Blender and blend that in a little bit more. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the shade Coconut Flakes, which is much lighter. And I'm gonna use this underneath my eyes first to brighten. And I'm gonna go in with the new BK Beauty. This is their 114. This is their concealer brush and powder brush, and I love it. It's really great for applying your concealer. It just really gets right in there and helps you clean up the eyes. Let's see, that concealer just layers so beautifully over that color corrector. Hopefully you guys saw that. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit more over here. And blend this in. It's like I'm peeling right over there. Okay. All right, and then I always like to go in after with my Beauty Blender. Okay. Now I'm gonna do a little contouring with both of these actually, or highlighting. So I'm gonna do a little highlighting right here. Kind of give myself a little lift. I'll put one stripe of this right here. And since this is pretty light, I'm just gonna do a dab of the sugar biscuit because I don't want it to be too light. And I'm gonna take that concealer brush from BK Beauty and I'm just gonna swipe this up just to give me a little bit of a lift here. And then I always like to put concealer right in here to help with my pores and to give me a little bit of brightness right here. I don't go full ham. Okay, so next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Beauty Blender and blend that into the skin. Perfect. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of that sugar biscuit and I'm just gonna take a little dab and put it right here so that that toasted coconut lighter shade blends into my skin a little bit better. I tried to see if I could just get one shade, but I couldn't. And there's such a jump in between the shades for my skin that I had to get 2 different concealer shades, unfortunately. All right. Misha's right here and she's snoring, by the way. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some contour. Do I wanna use my liquid bronzer? Or do I wanna go in with the cream? Decisions. You know what? Let's go in with my Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Stick. So I'm trying to use this up. So this is a cream contour. It's a little bit warm, but we're gonna use it for today. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that into the skin. Let's use my new BK Beauty 116. So this is the sister to the BK Beauty 106. I love these. I love this one for cream blush. Well, they came out with a smaller one that you can apply your cream, liquid, blushes, or bronzers, or foundation. So let's just go ahead and start dabbing this into the skin, and I'm gonna start brushing it up. So what I don't like about this Makeup by Mario sculpting stick is that it just really fades into my skin to where you can't really see it. So that's why I hardly ever use it. And I think I'm just gonna declutter it because as I'm seeing now, I don't really like this too much. It just doesn't do anything for me, honestly. I got a little bit of contour there. I could use a little bit more. And I have the shade light medium, which is worse than this one too, by the way. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this. Some of his complexion products are way too warm for me. His bronzer, his soft sculpt liquid bronzer is way too warm. I love the cream skin transformer, this one in the shade medium. By the way, I love this. That one's great, but these other ones I do not like. They just disappear in my skin. All right, so let's do a little bit on my nose. So I'm gonna go in with my Patrick Ta nose contouring brush, and I'm just gonna put some of this on my nose and then blend it in. I'm not really doing this to contour, but just to give my nose a little bit of bronze. Okay, see as the eyes are now starting to come as I get the rest of my makeup on. Looks so much better. So yeah, I'm going to declutter that. Okay, now for me, I'm just gonna go ahead and go in and set because I like to apply my liquid blush over my powder. So I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake. So first I'm gonna go in with the BK Beauty concealer brush. I'm gonna go with this dark fiber side that's made for powder. Now, they put these sifters in this powder and I do not like it. I do not like it, but however, I love this powder. It is so good. Now I'm using the shade Cherry Blossom, and I actually use this all over my face and it works pretty good. Except that I think I got just a little bit too much there. So first thing I'm gonna do is set my under eyes, and here, this part of my nose, I'm gonna set over here where my lines are. I'm gonna set on my chin too. And then I'm definitely going to set here between my brows where I get oily, where my large pores are. And I will do just a little bit all over my nose. Okay, so those are the areas that I'm gonna set with this powder. Now we're gonna go in with my bronzer. And I want a little bit more of a bronzy bronze look. So I'm gonna go in with the Armani Luminous Silk Bronzing Powder in the shade 110. And let me grab my bronzing brush, and we're gonna use the BK Beauty 103 brush. I'm gonna grab some of this and we're gonna bronze up my face. Okay. Perfect. Looks great. Okay, so I'm going to do brows and lashes off camera, and then we'll come back for my blush. Okay, everyone, I'm back. So, excuse my little mess over here. I decided just to go ahead and do my hair while right after I did my brows and my lashes. So for my brows, I'm using the Anastasia. This is the volumizing brow gel. This is the color Soft Brown. Now, I have to tell you, the more pigmented these are, the more intense they are, and they can be messy when you apply them. I usually go for the taupe, but since I have my dark roots, I wanted to match my roots with my natural hair color, which I am sort of like what they call a dirty blonde / light brown with my natural hair color. This is all gray right here. See, doesn't the gray look really pretty? I think the gray looks pretty, but I need some blonde to blend it so it's not so much darkness here. So I'm gonna get blonde highlights eventually. So anyways, I did my hair. So now let's do blush. So I have 3 of these blush filters from Huda Beauty. I have Cotton Candy, Strawberries Cream, and the Latte, which this is a bronzer. We're not going to use this today since I already bronzed. So we're going to use a combination of these. And I did pick up Coco Loco, by the way. So as soon as my other Huda Beauty order comes in, I ordered some more lip glosses. I ordered their lip contours. And then in the pink formula, there's like a duo. And then I ordered the blush filter in Latte. We'll do an icy nude look. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix Strawberries and Cream and Cotton Candy. Now, I love these blushes. These are so beautiful. I love, love, love. I have to say that these are my second favorite liquid blush formula. I still love my, let me see if I can find, I'm looking for my BK Beauty 112 brush. I have so many BK Beauty brushes, by the way. So 112, I love this brush for liquid blush. So I love this. I love the Giorgio Armani still, but these are really, really pretty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a mixture of both of these. So I go Cotton Candy, and then I'm gonna put Strawberries and Cream in between. So we have like a pink polka dotted thing. And I'm gonna do the same thing over here. I'm just leaving the dots far between the Cotton Candy. Now, Strawberries and Cream is quite pigmented, but these two mixed together, so pretty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that BK Beauty brush, and I'm just going to tap this in first. This may be too much. Well, yeah, it's a lot. So I am applying this over powder, and I did let my makeup set in, the foundation set on my skin while I did my hair, so that we can see how it's gonna look. So far it looks great. So this foundation looks great. Is it like, you know, anything better than what I have now? No, but it's a little bit more affordable. I still prefer the Giorgio Armani or the Ciel over this foundation. I don't know if I'm still gonna keep this, because those other two foundations, they don't look like makeup on my skin, where this one looks like I have makeup on my skin. And I don't like that whatsoever. So now what I'm gonna do, so I got a little bit too much. So I should have just did 2 drops of Cotton Candy and then 1 drop of Strawberries and Cream, but then again, my skin is red to the touch. So, okay, so there's our blush. Looks really pretty, right? Love this combo. I love both of these blushes on their own. They really blur out your cheeks. They do look like a filter. They last all day. I don't even have to set these. These are only $21. Love these. So they do have a slight scent to them of strawberries, or is it strawberries? To me, it smells like strawberry, but it smells good. It's not offensive whatsoever, and it's very light, and it does not linger. Okay, so let's do the lips. So I don't have the lip contour, but I'm going to mimic something. So I'm going to go in with the Lawless. This is the Honey Rose lip liner, And I'm just going to line my lips with this first. And I'm not going to go outside my lips. I didn't put any bronzer on my lips to contour because I don't know how to do that. I gotta figure out how to do that. I tried it and it just doesn't look right on me because my lips are so thin. But once I start using my lip contour when it comes in, it's gonna be so much better. Cause my Latour, not lip contour, my Atour lip treatment, I ordered that yesterday for Skin Beautiful RX's 12 days of Christmas sale. Atour was the last one. So now I'm gonna take the Cherry Blossom color corrector and I'm gonna take this Rephr 26 brush and I'm gonna take some of this on this brush and I'm just gonna dab this and blend it into the center of my lips. This is gonna look so much better when I get the lip contours because they won't, the Lawless lip liners, I really love them. I love them more for their color versus their longevity. It's a really creamy formula and they just don't last that long. You have to like reapply them, or the lip contours from Huda Beauty are supposed to last like for a very long time on the lips. So I take some of that Cherry Blossom color corrector. Now, if you do this all the time, it has a tendency to dry out your lips because I was testing it and it did make my lips a little bit dry, but however, for like an evening out or just for a glam look, you can definitely do this. Now, I wore this lip combo in my last video. So this is the full filler gloss from Huda Beauty and she's flirty. Now, this lip gloss formula is just okay. I do like it though. It's not like anything like the other plumping lip glosses. It doesn't do that. It just gives the illusion of your lips of being a little bit fuller and smoother, but you have to be careful not to apply too much. And it just is such a pretty lip gloss. I really like it. It doesn't dry out my lips. It doesn't cause any stinging or burning or uncomfortable feeling. But you see how that just gives you the illusion that my lips are a lot plumper. And it's because of, even without the color corrector in the center of my lips, they still look plumper. I just really love the way that this lip gloss makes my lips look. Okay, so this is the makeup look. What do you guys think? I think it's really, really pretty. So I'm gonna get dressed and then we'll chat about these products. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm dressed and here is our final look. So I think that this makeup look came out so beautiful. I really love this makeup look. Now, I love the icy nude and the pretty grunge. So if you're looking for something less cool, then I would go with the pretty grunge. Now, pretty grunge is still available on Sephora and Huda's website, but it is full price at $69. I got mine on sale for $40. So here it is. So over this side, you got some warmer colors here. And then over here, you got your cooler colors, but you have a mix of mauves, some purples, some lavenders, some browns, some deep dark purples, like more of like an eggplant color. Very pretty palette. Now there is a cream black shade in here that I haven't used. I don't know if I'll use this, but it is in there. But the shimmers are all beautiful. This one is pretty. This is a pretty dark one, but it is really pretty too. So very, very beautiful palette. Love it. Now, Huda's last palette. We'll do a look with this here soon once my other blush arrives, but I think this is a really pretty palette too. I was on the fence about this, but I'm so happy that I picked it up because I do love it as well. So it is very, very pretty. This one, you know, if you like shimmers that are really chunky, but you can like smooth them out, this is a great palette for you if you like silvers. But if you don't like the silver or glitter shadows, then I would avoid this palette and I would go for the pretty grunge. So this is Huda's last large palette. We'll see how that goes. Both of these are made in Italy. They're very beautiful. Not quite the Natasha Denona formula, but still good. Now, let's talk about the Calisum Matte Cream. So one thing I forgot to mention with this is that you can use this with LED light therapy. So for right now, what I'm going to do is for the next, so I'm going to do a 2-week check-in with this, and I'm not going to use any microcurrent, but I am going to use my LED light therapy, and I'm not going to be using my Misama products. I did try it once with the LED light therapy, and I really liked the results. So you would just apply this and then wait for your other products, and then go in with your LED light therapy. I love it with the Misama pulsed light, or the Pulse 40 LED light panel on the Pulse light on 30 for 6 minutes. So I do 1 minute of static red and near, and then I do 6 minutes of the pulsed with red and near at the 30 hertz. Very good, works. I haven't tried it with the mask yet. I will too. I love the Misama masks. As you guys know, they're very beautiful. So love that Calisum matte cream. We'll get into the other products, but we'll see what happens. I mean, I already notice a difference in my skin, especially with the makeup application. My wrinkles are less apparent, especially the ones that were deeper, like right in through here. This foundation definitely looks better since I started incorporating that MAC cream, but before it didn't look so great on my skin. Now this foundation, I don't know if I'm going to keep this. I think I'm going to return it because you know why? It is not doing anything for my skin. It makes my skin look like I have makeup on. This is not a foundation I would love to wear during the day because it looks like I have too much makeup on for myself. I prefer my Armani Luminous Silk or the CL Skin Tint or another skin tint. This just looks too makeup-y on my skin. If I don't use the Easy Bake powder or the Makeup by Mario powder, it does not look good on my skin whatsoever. So if you have mature skin, I would avoid the Huda Beauty Easy Blur foundation here. So I'm going to return these two because unfortunately they're not working out for me. And I just don't like how they look on my skin. Now, I love the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. I have the shade Cherry Blossom here. And I have two of the other ones. I have Peach Pie, and then I have Pound Cake. Now, what's cool about these and why I love them for in the purse is you have this twist up here, and then you have this powder puff, and then you can reapply your powder if you get some oiliness seeping through or if you need to do a touch-up. So these are great. These are travel friendly. Love the concept. Now, one thing to note is that the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powders are fragrance, but however, on Huda Beauty's website exclusively, you can get these fragrance free, which I imagine and I hope that Sephora will carry the fragrance free version. The scent isn't bad and I haven't had any issues with it. It's just a really light fragrance, but if you like to avoid fragrance altogether and if you're looking for something that is really good, it's like the ultimate setting powder that really blurs the skin, I would look into this. I prefer the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Setting Powders for those who have drier skin. But if you have oilier skin or you want that really smooth snatch look, then the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powders are beautiful. I love them. These are going to stay. Now, even though I'm not going to be using the Easy Bake foundation anymore, or I'm sorry, the Easy Blur foundation, I am going to keep the Huda, these are the Faux Filter Concealers. I have the shade Sugar Biscuit and Coconut Flakes. These are going to stay, and I love their color correctors. So something new that I found that I love and that is going to stay. Now, I like the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer better than I do the CL, but this one has SPF 50 in it. So there we go. Love the Huda liquid blushes. As you guys know, I have Cotton Candy, Strawberries and Cream, and Latte for that bronzer look. So pretty. Now for the faux filler glasses, what I have right now is She's Flirty, and then I have She's Glitzy. These are both from the Icy Nude collection. I did order Bombshell, and I ordered, I think it's called Sugar Baby. Those will be here. We'll test them out, but even though this isn't like a plumping lip gloss, I love the way this feels on my lips, and I love the way it makes my lips look. I don't have any issues with this gloss except for you can apply too much, and if you apply too much, especially if you get it in the inner part, it will have that stringy effect. So just be aware of that. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, I am on a major health journey to get healthy. I've been working out like every day of December, doing at least 30 minutes of exercise, even though I've been sick. I have lost some weight. I'm nothing like drastic. I've only lost like 10 pounds, but I ordered a sauna blanket. So as soon as it comes, I'm gonna test it out and share it with you guys. It's from a newer company. It's made by Sauna Box, and the sauna blanket was on sale for $3.99, so a great deal. There is no return policy except for if you get it and if you don't open it up or use it, you can return it within 30 days, but if you get it and you open it up, you can't return it, which most of the other companies are like that too, except for Kohana, which their sauna blanket is on sale right now. That was another one I was thinking about getting, but I wanted to give the Sauna Box one a try because they look like they're a really good company and they're legit. Kohana, I don't know, they're not here in the United States. So that's another thing that kind of worried me. But either way, I didn't want to pay $700 for a sauna blanket from Current Body or Higher Dose. Now, I heard that the Higher Dose ones, there's issues. A lot of people do have issues with those. And they have a hard time with their customer service. Their customer service isn't great. And those, once you open them, you can't return it. Same thing with the Current Body. The Sauna Box goes up to 176 degrees. I think Current Body goes up to 167, and then the Higher Dose goes up to 170 degrees. So I do like that the Sauna Box goes up to 176 degrees, but once that comes, I'll let you guys know how I like it. I've been wanting a sauna blanket for so long. It was recommended by my chiropractor and my naturopath to get one actually a few years ago. I have a lot of stiffness. I have arthritis in my hands, in my neck, and I'm starting to feel it a little bit more in my back these days. And some mornings, since it's so cold, I wake up so achy. Now, block therapy does help me. And the sauna therapy, I think, would take my block therapy up to the next level. You know, it's not only good for your stress levels, which I need to help with that. It's good for your blood pressure, your heart, relaxation, stress, and your skin too. So I can't wait. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. I'll pop up when I can. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Wishing you all a happy holidays, and I hope to see you before the new year. Mwah, mwah, mwah. See you soon.